Hello guys, this is Vaish. So the December 14th editorial. So here the ceasefire in Gaza, this has been coming repeatedly in the news, and as long as the war goes on, it will continue. And Shashi Tharoor, being a Congress representative, is completely unhappy with how India is taking stand when it comes to the voting which happens in United Nations. Okay, there they will put a voting like whether ceasefire should happen, meaning they should stop the war or not. That time India in the first instance did not vote. They abstained from voting, and the second time they voted correctly. Okay, so that phase Shashi Tharoor is putting in a complaint format, so we'll discuss that in detail, and there are other articles also we'll see, and based on this mains questions which can come. Okay, this practice questions we have designed based on today's article. Gaza is the latest manifestation of a perceptible change in India's view of the world. Okay, discuss. This is how they will ask you UPSC for a 10 marker or a 15 marker in GS2 international relation. And again, the same thing, if you found this statement difficult, the same in a different simpler languages. India's stand on the ongoing Israel-Gaza conflict reveals a fascinating portrait of the recent evolution of its foreign policy. Comment. Okay, meaning how India is taking stand now, because earlier there was a time when India was always taking Palestine's side in the 60s and 70s and all, and now you are taking Israel's thing. So that shows a evolution of the foreign policy. So that you have to discuss this. Both questions means the same only, it's just different language we have used. And then again, today, India is one of the handful of countries to maintain ambassadors in both Tel Aviv and Ramallah. How far do you agree with this stance? Okay, so you should know Tel Aviv is the Israel's capital, you can tell. Jerusalem is the capital which both of them want, but other official capital is Tel Aviv, and for Palestine it is Ramallah. Okay, both actually wants Jerusalem, but as of now the non-official capitals are these two. So these places is where they maintain the ambassadors of different countries, and India has ambassador at both places. So how far do you agree? Should we do like this, or maybe we should do only at one place? So that you can discuss in your own way. Okay, whenever somebody is asking do you agree, it is up to you whether which stance you want to take. So this is the things we will discuss now and learn now. And again, those who are enrolled to pack 4 or pack 5, no matter which year it is, 2021, 22, 23, any of our students who have enrolled to full test series, this year we have started giving away goodies, and all this is completely free for those students who are like full-time learning from Vaish IAS. Prelims plus mains completely you are learning from Vaish IAS. You will get these things in your address free of cost, but I need your details. So for that, come and contact me in this number. Okay, WhatsApp number, you give the details and I will get you the things. Okay. Again, 2024, now you know only that many days are left, around 150 days will be left for your exam. So the last batch we launched was December 3. So this, if you want to enroll, you can enroll, and you can give the last shot. Okay, because after this again, if you delay, you cannot complete the syllabus, or you cannot catch up for 2024. 2025, there is a big plan, 575-day plan that is open, and you can come and enroll. Again, WhatsApp number is the place where you have to come and contact us. Okay. So today's editorial paper, if you take, there are many articles which are politics and local news. Like here, this Chhattisgarh elections not required, Sri Lanka's local news not required. This is again politics, BJP versus Congress. This is Kerala's local news, and this is again climate change. Climate change I will discuss detail in the next day's episode, because the COP28 summit. Okay, the COP28 is the UNFCCC summit, which is very important, which is happening in Dubai. So there we will discuss everything in detail in the next episode. Okay, so this graphs is not required. So Gaza conflict, which Shashi Tharoor has written. And this one again is a Congress person's article who is unhappy with this Article 370's judgment which came now. So both are kind of anti-government stance. So that we'll see. Okay, what is there in the newspaper, we'll discuss. So here the channel UPSC related, we have made a channel, Vaish courses channel. So come and WhatsApp me, I will add you to the channel. Okay, current affairs is also important, whichever year, like 12 months, 24 months, 36 months, everything in single pack and combo pack we have, and it will help you in any exam in India which you are giving, because current affairs, everything will be covered here, and you will be able to solve any question which comes in any of the competitive exams in the country. Okay, so WhatsApp me for anything you want to know, WhatsApp me directly. Okay, there are a lot of subjects things also free of cost, but first you have to watch the foundation, which will make you at least eligible for preparing for UPSC. Okay, so as I told, this one, Shashi Tharoor is not happy that India was first abstaining from the voting, meaning they are not even voting favor or against, and second time they voted correctly. So that thing he is showing his anger or showing his frustration. India's torturous stand on the ongoing Israel-Gaza conflict. Okay, this only I asked you, reveals a fascinating portrait of the recent evolution of the foreign policy. So India, if you see historically, we were always against Western colonization or the Western countries or whoever is in support of USA. Those days we used to be against that. They are telling about the Jawaharlal Nehru time and all. We are not willing to surrender their freedom to make their own decisions by joining either alliance in the Cold War. Cold War time, USA was one side, Russia or USSR was one side, and then we started something called the non-alignment, okay, with other countries like Yugoslavia and other countries, 4-5 countries. We came together and made the non-alignment movement so that we are equidistant between the superpowers. We are equally far away from both of them. So because we were the leading voice, because 1947-48, along with India and after India, many people got independence, and we were against this decolonization, imperialism, apartheid system in Africa. Everything was kind of anti-Westernism, and we were more USSR supporting or communism supporting kind of country in the Jawaharlal Nehru time and the 60s, 70s, Indira Gandhi time and all. We were more Russia, pro-Russia, you can tell. But then things will later change also. Okay, so here 1947, when the British decided, because that time they were also under British rule only, the Palestine area. So they told, we will make a new country called Israel for the Jewish people, and Palestine will be the existing Muslim country. Like that they told us stance. But India that time voted against that and told, we don't need to create a Jewish state because already partitions, pain and all we know. So make a singular state only for both Jews and Arabs. This is what India's stand was there in Jawaharlal Nehru's time. Okay, so the relation India versus this Israel, when Israel was established finally, India did not maintain ambassador level this thing with them. They had only consular level. Okay, you can take in the IR or foreign policy thing, if you are preparing for IFS, you should know all these things, that there is this highest level which is the ambassador level. Okay, there will be high commissioner, ambassadors in that country, but that we did it in 1992 only with Israel. Okay, earlier in the 60s and 70s and all, we were more in support of Palestine. We had only consular level relation, which is one level below the ambassador level, you can tell, with Israel. Okay, so we were the first non-Arab country also to recognize the Palestine Liberation Organization, PLO. If you don't know all these things, please watch my Israel-Palestine history video. I have made detailed 2-3 parts video in which every story from the, not like 1947, right from 2000 BC, from the origin of this religions like Christianity and Jewishism and everything, from that story I have explained. Okay, so India was supporting Palestine. India later 92 only set up ambassador level, and later only everybody started even going there. Modi was the first prime minister actually to go to Israel. So like that, very lately we have started a strong relation with Israel. So what was the turning point? Why did that change happen, or drift from Palestine to Israel happen? Because Pakistan and China on both sides were a threat to India. Okay, so obviously we will feel like what? We will feel like going closer to Tel Aviv or Israel because they are technologically stronger. They are going to give us defense things. They are going to give us spy devices. They are going to give us many things. And also we share the same ideology. Both are against extremists in Islam. They both are against terrorist attack. Anyone who is doing extreme activities on their soil, they both are against. So that is why obviously the political and diplomatic relation will improve. Okay, but still we were continuing our support to PLO also. Even today our official stand is two-state solution. Okay, two-state solution is a prelims question. Palestine and Israel both should have to be given their own land in a proper partition, and they should be able to live in peace in the same area. Okay, so that is what the stand we are taking now also. So as I told, India is one of the handful of country maintaining now ambassador level relation in both Tel Aviv in Israel and Ramallah in Palestine. Okay. So over the years, Israel has become a vital source for defense equipment, intelligence cooperation, giving reports, surveillance software, many things. Okay, so Shashi Tharoor is not liking this and also is telling Modi's autocratic government, such lines and all. Politics I am not reading out to you. Okay, so the personal warmth exhibited by Benjamin Netanyahu, which is a right-wing Israel Prime Minister, and Narendra Modi is the India's right-wing Prime Minister. Okay, so they both have, the way they meet each other. Already Modi was the first one to go. Netanyahu has come to India 2 times. And when this October 7, that first the attack happened, okay, from the Gaza. So that time when it happened, immediately Modi had tweeted that we stand with Israel. Okay, we stand in solidarity with Israel. And then a second tweet also came, and a phone call also went to Netanyahu showing our support. So all these things we are doing, showing that we are strongly standing with Israel. Okay, so the mounting death toll in Gaza, okay, and the media coverage, everything was too much that then people started, even whoever is supporting Israel or Palestine, doesn't matter, everybody started telling that we need a ceasefire. Okay, we need to stop the war because many people are dying. Okay, because when you put down a building, maybe innocent people also will be dying along with that. So External Affairs Minister Jaishankar also started telling that we will be not siding with anyone, and we stand with the sovereign independent state of both Israel and Palestine. A border should be recognized, and side by side along with Israel you should live. Okay, like we won't tell like Israelis Jews should be thrown out as how some Muslim countries are telling. Okay, both should be able to live there in peace. So that time Modi did not tweet, so that also Shashi Tharoor is not happy. And after that we had indeed called the Prime Minister of the President of Palestine, but that he's telling that was not enough. The tweet also should have gone. This sympathy call is not enough. Okay, so again these are different geographical sections, Gaza section and Fatah section and all. But that are all again we cannot explain here. You watch the Israel Palestine historical and map related videos. So India has now again told that we are taking the same position, that Israel and Palestine should be living together side by side. So here, when the voting happened, when the first voting happened, India chose to abstain, which is not right. Okay, they should have told for ceasefire. No matter you are supporting Israel, you should have told for ceasefire, because war is not good for anyone. So Shashi Tharoor is telling even France, who is historically an ally of Israel, even they voted for ceasefire. Then why can't India vote? Why did not India vote? Okay, and we are claiming we are the land of Mahatma Gandhi. We are like always standing with peace and ahimsa and all. Still, why did not we vote? And we are also showing we are the voice of the global South. Okay, global South doesn't mean the southern hemisphere or something. It is those countries which are developing countries or which are not developed, okay, in which India is the leader as of now. Those countries we usually stand with them. So why did not we stand with Palestine and support the rest of the global South? Why did we abstain from voting? So later, as I told, the correction occurred. In the second voting, India finally joined the majority who voted for the first time in favor of the resolution, and then ceasefire we have told. Okay, so the previous voting and all gone now. Now this is the latest one. In parallelly, China is growing in one side against USA. Earlier, how we used to tell USA versus Russia, now we are telling USA versus China. So meanwhile, India is anyway going to need support from Israel continuously. So we will be associating more and more with the Middle East. The examples are there, the I2U2, which is with India, Israel, UAE and USA. Then the IMEC, which we announced in the G20 summit in India, where again it will be going through Middle East and Israel and all. And then more such things. Okay, wherever there is a Israeli port or Israeli any involvement, India will be part of that dialogue. India will continue to do that because we need them, because our bordering countries, Pakistan and China, are those people who can attack us anytime. Okay. So Russia is decreasingly becoming a less useful partner. You can tell they are not too much strong now, and China is getting more and more like into disputes with India. So we will be keeping our fundamentals straight. We will be continuing to support Israel, but also we support the two-state solution. Okay, so Gaza is the latest manifestation of a perceptible change in India's view of the world. This is the question which I asked in the starting. Okay. So now Article 370, already 2019 we have split this into like Jammu and Kashmir one union territory and Ladakh one union territory. Article 370 was deleted. So how it was deleted and all very detailedly I have already discussed in August 2nd and I think September 1 editorials. You go and watch, it will be fully explained. Okay, so now the people had put this thing against it. That it should be brought back, but the court has supported or upheld whatever the Modi government has done. And Modi also told like अब ब्रह्मांड की कोई शक्ति Article 370 की वापसी नहीं करा सकती, meaning nobody in the world can bring back this thing. Okay, bring back Article 370. It is completely gone, and now these areas are more peaceful after we have done this. Okay, but again the statehood of Jammu and Kashmir, Ladakh is anyway it's a hilly area. This thing and all, center can control it because of the threat from China. So Ladakh will continue to be a UT, but Jammu and Kashmir may be restored statehood, and election may come very soon. Okay, so that is the only thing which maybe you can tell was not in agreement with what the Modi government has done. So by September 2024, election has to happen in Jammu and Kashmir, and it has to become a state. It has to have a proper chief minister. That is what the extra thing which the court has told. Okay, so the two sides, one is government side and one is the petitioner side. If you see, government is telling Article 370 was just a stopgap thing or a temporary thing. So we have to finally integrate Jammu and Kashmir. The previous governments did not have the guts to do that. We have done it. Okay, so we are standing with the 2019 position which we took, and this is all for the good of the political, social and economic situation there. But other side, Kapil Sibal, the advocate, he is telling that without the permission of Jammu and Kashmir Assembly, you should not have done that. And that time also to Maharaja, we did not tell like later we will give you Constitution of India. Such thing doesn't exist. Article 370 is a permanent thing. It's not a temporary thing. Like that, two stands are there. But obviously, this side has won now. and this is the judgments in brief. Okay, these are not in Hindu, these are all extra information I'm showing you, like what about this article provisions and all these things. You know all this, but still, okay, because now president is the one who, when the assembly was dissolved, president directly told 370 is scrapped. So that and all is a like internal polity that detailedly I have explained. As I told, please watch the August and September episodes. And like that, now the only thing, as I told here, September 2024 you should conduct elections, and statehood of Jammu and Kashmir side should be complete. Okay, but the UT of Ladakh can continue, it is upheld by the court. Okay, and other things and all, it's all whatever they did in 2019, everything is upheld. Okay, there is no change in that. And Modi has told that collectively we are building a strong and united India. And you can see that also after this happened, the number of maybe stone pelting or anything which happens in Ladakh and Kashmir has reduced to a great extent, and almost it's nil now. Okay, and more exports of Kashmiri apples and this kind of more economy, trade related, they are integrated now into the, because completely it is controlled by the center. So more development, exports, and even anything you take, any areas of that Independence Day time and all, you would have seen the how the streets are decorated and how it's completely now part of India, and that is a good thing only. Okay, so Congress is not in favor of that. Congress wants Jammu and Kashmir to be like the old way only, separate state, separate flag, separate constitution. So that is their stand, and everybody will have their own opinions, but as of now the court has upheld whatever the center has decided. Okay. So in the article, again, as I told, the author is not happy. He's telling there are 3 points which he want to tell, which is like a monist or monoist. Okay, meaning a one-sided view is what the court has taken, favoring the center. So that 3 points around I will tell you quickly. One is federalism. It is anti-federalism, or you can tell the shared sovereignty. Okay, the court is not accepting the shared sovereignty, meaning center and state both had voice and both should be involved while doing anything or any change to Article 370. But you have dissolved, or you did this thing exactly when the session was not, or the assembly was not there. Okay, assembly was dissolved, exactly that time you used some trick and somehow made the Article 370 go away, and you converted a state into 2 UTs. So this sovereignty is compromised here. That is the point number 1 which the author is making. Okay, you don't need all these details, because this is, as I told, is an anti-government stance this person is taking. So this person's view will always be, again, all negative points only will be there. You have to just know the 3 points which is he considering. Okay, one is federalism or sovereignty is not taken into consideration. Second one, does the president have this much power that like that simply any state you can go and put it under this thing, dissolved state, and then you can go and change the articles there? Do you have such power? Okay, so he's telling in constitution democracy, no body or institution has unbridled powers. So Article 370, whenever you are doing something, you should have involved the Constituent Assembly. Just because assembly is not there or it is dissolved, you should not have simply given the president this kind of untrammeled power to abrogate the Article 370. So that again is the second point. Okay, first is federalism, second is the president's power, and third is the reorganization of the state. You know, in India, like the last state which was formed was Telangana. Okay, so that also, it's not like Andhra Pradesh can decide and then break it into 2. Okay, India is a union of state. You would have studied article number 1, in which only the center can redraw the map. Okay, states can only recommend or pass a resolution and give to the center. Final decision center has to take. So reorganization is like a state, whatever they tell, it is not binding on the parliament. Okay, parliament has to take the final call. But that again, the author is not happy. Okay, merely because the power may not be binding does not mean the power can be taken over by another body, or that power need not be exercised, because at its heart lies the question of agency. Okay, again, because state doesn't have power doesn't mean center can do whatever they like. They should have at least discussed with the states and taken into confidence the state and the assembly things. Okay, so the voice of the people of former state of J&K is not happy, it is being silenced. That kind of thing is what the author is telling. So these are the 3 points which this author made, and I didn't find anything else interesting. Okay, remaining all is pure politics. So now again, if you are pack 4 or pack 5, WhatsApp me immediately if you want these free goodies, and 2025 test series or current affair, anything, for everything you have to come and contact me in the WhatsApp number only. Okay, we have unlimited lectures on many subjects, and many more will come. I am working on it. Mostly January first week onwards, you will see some more new lectures which will help you in 2024 and 25 prelims. So for everything, come and WhatsApp in this number. Okay, and start with the foundation. Without foundation, there is no point studying any lectures. You will still not pass the exam, because foundation is the key to clear UPSC. Okay, and Instagram also you can follow for a lot of updates. Today again, maybe 2 more episodes will come of editorial. So wait for that. Till then, thank you and have a nice day.